The Jefferson Davis Monument is different things to different people. All this week, you'll have a chance to bid on $150 gift cards. There'll be 2 auctions each weekday, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Go to WPKYonline.com and click on Big Deals for more info and to bid.
Mike Vrabel coaches them on Sundays and now breaks it down for you on Mondays on The Mike Vrabel Show, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans. Join us for The Mike Vrabel Show on an all-new night, Monday nights at 6. Got a question for the coach? Call 877-848-2671 or tweet him a question at Titans Radio.
106.5 WKDZ.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
It's here. The Loyal Listener Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to WPKYonline.com. Click on Loyal Listener Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens and dozens of gift certificates. Some you'll even be able to redeem from your smartphone. Shop and buy 24 hours a day and save a ton of money in the process. Save on oil changes, dining out, haircuts, car washes, and more. Our store never closes, but you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Of course, Coffee Talk on the air. And one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Deb Domke. How are you?
I am fabulous. It's Friday, sister.
I love a smile. I love my Deb. So if you don't know, shame on you, but she's from Lake Barkley Chamber of Commerce and Payroll Vault.
Yes, I'm a small business owner, so I'm in with it with everybody else. I know how you go on this whole COVID-19.
I feel
your pain.
We've been on that train for a while now, haven't we?
We have, and I swear, but one thing I love about our community is, you know what? We persevere and we keep going.
Well, we hit the gas pedal instead of the brake.
Exactly.
And I loved that because we got through 4th of July and I was like, oh, okay, we got through that. Surely it'll be over by Halloween. Nope. Nope, and we're probably going to have to be thankful at Thanksgiving about it. So it's in some way or another. But Halloween, fall festivals, pumpkin time, like cinnamon, pumpkin, everything.
I know. In fact, we have Holiday Hills talking about being creative with our small businesses. Holiday Hills Campground, when some campgrounds just go ahead and close down after Labor Day, Holiday Hills, Danielle and her crew there have been inventive and are having a holiday festival, fall festival this Saturday, and they've opened it up to the public. Of course, they'll have social distancing and masks, but they've got all kinds of outdoor vendors. It's outside. You can enjoy, the lake and the atmosphere there. They're going to have a little Mr. and Mrs. Holiday Hills. They've got trick-or-treating and all kinds of fun things.
How much fun is that?
Yeah.
That's like a Gilmore Girl thing.
It is.
It just sounds like, here, get your ticket and just go to Mayberry for a little while.
Yep.
That sounds so good to me. It's like a little mini vacation without having to go anywhere.
I know, exactly. That's the blessing that we have living on Lake Barkley and living in our small towns in Western Kentucky. We are very thankful that we live here. And especially during this time, we got people that care about each other. We got people that pray for each other. We got businesses that help each other out. I mean, it's a great place to live.
Well, and I know that a lot of the veterans organizations are kicking in right now. I know we've got a lady coming in here in just a few minutes, actually, for Honor the Fallen. She's going to come in and talk about that and the T-shirts that are handed out down there. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, there's just so many different organizations and ways to get involved.
Absolutely. And our chamber is rocking and rolling. We are trying to support our businesses this year, especially during what they've struggled and are still surviving. So our chamber holiday open house going on the first weekend in November, the first Friday and Saturday. And can you believe it? We even have new businesses opening up during this time. I
saw that, and she is such a cutie, too, by the way. And that little girl of hers is amazing.
I know. I talked to Jenny yesterday. The Town Mercantile is opening up in Eddyville. So her ribbon cutting is going to be actually that first Friday in November and kicking off the holiday open house. And then we also have Lion Family Dental, which if you haven't checked out Dr. Dominic Rivera and his lovely wife, Jalen, that's one of those stories that touched my heart because it's similar to mine and Phil's story, is going away, you get your college education, you have some experience, and then you come home to share with your hometown of what you can do and what you've learned and how to grow and make it better. So we've had their ribbon cutting, and that's a state-of-the-art dentist office. So if you haven't experienced going to get your teeth cleaned or done, and then you're looking up at a TV screen so you can watch TV while you're in the chair.
Hello.
And watch it on the wall, it's a nice, relaxing atmosphere. So,
See, I freak out so bad, so that'd be perfect for me.
I know. So you know what? We just push it forward. We can't look back. We just got to push forward. And then on top of our holiday open house, we have our annual meeting, which is originally scheduled back in May, the 1st of May. And it's been several dates, but this is the year of ever evolving, you know. So we've decided to try to do it at a cool place. Now, who doesn't love Hubie's at Catawba Harbor? So we're trying to be safe, and it's going to kick off Christmas in Catawba. So it's going to be on Tuesday night, December 1st. So we've got the wonderful Wayne, Bree, Love, and Lisa offered for complimentary their covered deck, space heaters.
Oh, wow.
But how cool is it going to be to celebrate our community, covered deck? And then we've also included this year, we're joining our Festival of Trees. And this is our second annual. So imagine the deck on the water with space heaters and covered and Christmas trees up for charity auction. So we're going to make it's going to be, I swear, Hallmark movies are going to be coming to video us.
I love that.
So we've got a ton happening.
I'm just going to put a permanent chair down there somewhere and just write my name on it.
Absolutely. We'll just get you a Segway, and you can just segue to all the different things going on in Lyon County.
That's perfect. Well, and explain on what that Christmas tree thing is, too.
Okay, so this was a dream last year that we wanted to get, the chamber wanted to give back to the community. So it started out last year, and we raised over close to $3,000 for our community. So anybody, any church organization, school organization, anyone, business can decorate a Christmas tree, a wreath, or a centerpiece, holiday table centerpiece. And then we have some, I guess, cool auctioneers that come up and try to auction off these items. And for whatever that item, the tree or the wreath or whatever sells for, we give that money back to the donating person. So like the Girl Scout groups does a tree. The tree sells at the auction for $500. We give that $500 back to the Girl Scouts.
Now, see how that is the perfect fundraiser.
Yeah. I mean, last year was the first one, and we had it outside in Catawba in Christmas Fest, and people just from all over, even from outside of the community, came and bought trees. And then they were so generous, they would purchase the tree, and then they put it back in the auction to re-auction it off so that another entity could get more money.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it was the spirit of giving. And so we had to, with our constraints with COVID, and we normally have our big annual dinner with 125, 30 people, with entertainment, and it's a big fancy schmancy event. Well, this year we're taking it outside. We're taking it to the lake, and we're going to incorporate, because we have a lot to celebrate this year at Christmas. We are pulling it in. It's an open community event, Christmas trees, whether you're a chamber member or not, do a tree, make it a fundraiser, and the whole community can come together and celebrate.
I just think that's fantastic. I do, because how many different organizations are you benefiting in one event?
Right.
I mean, the sky's the limit. It's as many as they want to, really.
Mm-hmm. Right. We had everything from youth groups for churches last year to scholarships for our, high school with the Greta Burkhart scholarship. We had, it was just endless, and even our dear Owen Matthews, a beautiful lady and family, Amy Brown, that's in our church at Saratoga United Methodist. She bought a Christmas tree from the auction and took it and gave it to Owen, so Owen would have a Christmas tree in his bedroom. Yeah, it was cool.
That could not be more perfect.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a great way to kick off Christmas and just really get in if you can't be a Scrooge after that. For Pete's sake.
No.
So we're going to kick off. Tell us about your open house again. Remind me about that. Because there's some neat gift ideas. If you want to get a kickoff and a kickstart, there you go.
Yeah. So what we'll do November 6th and 7th, stay tuned to the Lake Barkley Chamber website, lakebarkleychamber.com, and all the different businesses that are participating. You can go on there and see what specials, so you can kind of map your route out for the day. And, our chamber services Caldwell, Line, and Livingston. So you may start in Princeton and end up in Grand Rivers for this event. But you can look in the passport for savings, and you go to at least 3 of the businesses, have your passport stamped, and then you're entered into the drawing, because all the businesses that are participating are donating items to go in this giant holiday gift basket. So you can shop, save, and win.
Oh, well, okay, done.
Done. Who wouldn't want to live here? Who wouldn't want to shop here? Shop local, support local.
I beg to, I just want to hang out in her pocket all day long, just follow her around. That's what I was like. It must be fun, because there's so many different businesses that are involved, and then the community is involved. So anything from Christmas to Christmas trees to organizations for funding and that sort of thing, it's all already there. It's already planned.
And this year, we at this time of the year, we always say shop local, support local, but this year has a special meaning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of businesses. I'm not talking just retail. I'm talking services, your insurance agent, your payroll company, your CPA, your lawyer. When you think about doing any kind of business, make sure that you first look around in the city in which you live in and see if you can do business local, because that is the key to success of a community.
I'm going to tell you, I think people are ready for it. I think people need it. It's that spirit of Christmas that I think people are just they're longing for. And I've already seen a lot of the decorations going up. I'm talking like a month ago, people were putting them up. But you know what? I don't think people were making fun of people putting them up as much this year, because they're like, you know what? We just need a little Christmas in our life.
Right. We need some smiles.
Yeah.
It takes more to frown than to smile. I'm tired of seeing people frown. We need to smile.
I'm telling you, that is the place to be, and I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. That encompasses our whole area, which, in my opinion, it's one huge area that we need to support each other and love each other. And that Christmas tree thing, I mean, hello.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the chick over in the corner, with the permanently mounted that night. I'll wave at everybody.
Maybe you can come be one of our auctioneers.
Oh,
we might get
I'll do it with
test.
you. I would do it with you.
Okay, yeah, we could do it.
See, we could team up on that, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, remind us of the specific dates that we need to remember.
Okay. Chamber Holiday Open House, Lake Barkley Chamber Holiday Open House is November 6th through the 7th. The annual meeting and Festival of Trees is December 1st. If you're going to be participating and want to put a tree in or anything for your organization, you can drop those off and set up your trees and stuff on November 30th at Hubie's, but you need to register, contact us at the chamber to make sure we know that you're coming with your tree and everything. And then Christmas in Catawba, December 5th and 6th. The ribbon cutting for Town Mercantile New Business is on Friday, November 6th. And of course, if you want to know anything, just give us a call at the Chamber of Commerce at Lake Barkley at 388-4769, or you can, I try to keep the website updated. I'm a million places in one, so bear with me, but I do try to post on Facebook as well. So just follow us, call us, check us out on the internet, lakebarkley.com.
Miss Deb Domke, she's my girl. How's Payroll Vault?
Payroll Vault is, crazy busy too. This has been a year of payroll with the PPP, and so right now we not only do payroll, but we also consult and help our businesses grow with all of our different workforce solutions. And so right now we're in that phase of the PPP forgiveness. And then now with the new application just being released at $50,000 or less, there's a little, it's supposed to be a lot less intensive forgiveness application, but you can probably talk to any small business owner or banker. So we kind of work with them, guide them through this process. And so now we've seen some that are actually already being forgiven. So
wow.
We're of our small businesses. And then we're still working with some that haven't applied for their forgiveness. So, we just try to help small businesses grow and be successful.
Honey, the moment you said application has to be filled out, I was done.
Well,
okay, I give up.
You know the government, nothing is ever given for free. There's a process.
How do they get a hold of you to make all that a whole lot easier?
You can call us at Payroll Vault at 270-601-4048, or you can check us out at payrollvault.com/153.
I'll tell you what, she'll make you feel better about just about anything. It's Miss Domke.
Well, I will tell you what, this station and the Edge Media Group is fantastic. What you do for this community is unbelievable. As I've been in many communities throughout the country in my lifetime, no radio station does what you do. So thank you for giving back to the communities. Thank you for giving back to the people and always being there.
Oh, it's a love fest. That's what we need on a Friday. We love you, dear.
I love you.
Miss Deb Domke, Lake Barkley Chamber of Commerce and Payroll Vault. Give them a call and give them a look-see, would you? Hang out. We've got more coming up next.
Hi, this is Kelly Martin of Pennyroyal Hospice, and we are proud to be a part of the greatest comeback of all time.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Taco John's.
When it comes to a Court of Appeals judge, you want a candidate with strong moral values. Ginny Hines has the experience and will bring Christian values to the bench. A United States Air Force veteran, Ginny Hines is the Kentucky Right to Life candidate of choice for this seat. Remember, a straight party ticket is not a vote for Ginny. Make sure to cast your ballot for Ginny Hines.
As a military and legal veteran, and as a mom, I look forward to being your judge.
Paid for by the committee to elect Ginny Hines.
Your home team at Trice Hughes wants to make sure your vehicle lasts as long as possible, especially since warmer weather means more driving. Trice Hughes reminds you that tire pressure is critical to maximizing the performance of your vehicle. From improved fuel mileage to smoother tire wear, make sure your tires are inflated to the correct PSI.
Trice Hughes is here for you and any questions you may have about your vehicle. Buy your next vehicle from the home team. Find them on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or at tricehughes.com.
Life is filled with moments. Moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
Your home team at Trice Hughes wants to make sure your vehicle lasts as long as possible, especially since warmer weather means more driving. Trice Hughes reminds you that tire pressure is critical to maximizing the performance of your vehicle. From improved fuel mileage to smoother tire wear, make sure your tires are inflated to the correct PSI.
Trice Hughes is here for you and any questions you may have about your vehicle. Buy your next vehicle from the home team. Find them on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or at tricehughes.com.
1580, 103.3 WPKY in the middle of coffee talk this morning. Just had Miss Deb Domke. And, while we're down that way, I guess we're just going to have a Lyon County start to the, and, you know who's going to love that? Wade will love that. We're just having a Lyon County kickoff this morning. Hey, how are you this morning? And then don't get me wrong. I should have seen it coming. If I didn't know what I knew, I would probably know when she walked in. She has a beautiful daughter that is on just all the time, Miss Ashley Board. This is her mom, so introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Terri White, and I'm with the Veterans Program.
Well, I know exactly which Veterans Program.
Okay, the Veterans Program, we're just a small group of community members, and actually we're in Lyon County, but we serve the region, and our goal is to honor and recognize our veterans.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. My husband's a veteran. I spent 21
great.
years in the Marine Corps, and I think this area is rich with veterans and just people in general that have served and are willing to serve, that want to serve. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the way we were raised or what it is, but it seems to like we are very rich in this area.
We are. We're very fortunate in this area. Yeah, we honor our veterans in a very nice way.
Well, you have such a neat thing coming up. Can you tell us all about it?
We do. this year is very different. This will be our 21st year. So I've been doing this now last year was our 20th, so it was our biggest crowd ever.
Well, you're available for retirement now. That's what,
yeah, exactly.
That's the way it works in the military. You got your 20 years in.
Exactly. So, but I started this in 2000 whenever I was a fourth grade teacher, and with just a small fourth grade classroom, and I had 11 veterans that showed up the day, and my dad was a Marine, and so he's actually the inspiration behind this program. But this year, COVID guidelines has changed everything, of course, but we are having, it's called Honor the Fallen, Thank the Living, and it's quite different because we are having a drive-through T-shirt giveaway because of the danger with the virus to our veterans, our families. We cannot have our regular luncheon. We always have an appreciation luncheon and program that I go into the schools and talk to I work with the kids, and we put on a program in the fourth grade. So, we learn songs. They have written parts that they say, and they actually learn about Veterans Day and what a veteran is. But this year, we can't. With the schools, you can't go into the schools this year, and so we can't have our luncheon. It's just we just didn't think it was a good idea. So we still wanted to honor our veterans, so we're having this drive-through, and we always give them a T-shirt anyway. So we're doing that. We're giving them a T-shirt. They can drive through, and it's November 6th from 1 to 3, and it's at Catawba. So, and I sent my mailing list a letter, and any veteran is invited to come, and they'll receive a free T-shirt as they drive through.
And they don't have to be from Lyon County, right?
Oh, no. We have people from out of state that come to our program and have for years now. So, but we still have a lot of people that still don't know about us. It'll be like last year, I even had some, well, this is the first time I've been.
Oh, I'm excited. I hope I hope we cover you up this year.
I do too. I hope we run out of T-shirts. So I hope everybody gets one, but I do hope that we get to give away all our T-shirts this year because I know it's quite different.
Well, with some of our veterans, I know either some of them can't get out because of a disability, unfortunately.
Right.
Or some of them may not feel safe to get out just right this second. But you have a way if they can't get there, if someone else would like to pick that up for them.
Yes, at 2:30, we've asked that anybody who's waiting for or wants to pick up a T-shirt up for maybe somebody, they can't get out, or maybe their son is overseas or, deployed or something. So they can come at 2:30. We just ask that they wait until 2:30 to come through the drive-through, so that the ones that are actually lined up at 1 o'clock, we hope we have a big crowd. We don't run out right away, and it's just for the veterans. Of course, anybody can drive. I mean, they can bring their wife or family with them to drive through, but the T-shirts will be given to the veterans.
I love this. So explain to me again, where do we line up at? We're going to have you covered up. They're going to need to know.
All right, down 62, you will turn on Lakeshore Drive at Catawba. Is that right? Yes, Lakeshore Drive. And then just drive right past Dr. Wilder's office, the Catawba Clinic, and turn, it'll be right onto Cedar Street. And that is right behind the Cabin Bait and Tackle. And in front of what everybody knows as McConnell's, that little drive-through. You'll drive right through to the pavilion. It's where the farmers market pavilion is. So I'll be there. My volunteers, I have a great group of volunteers every year, and we'll be there socially distanced and masked and under safe COVID guidelines, and we will hand you a T-shirt. I've got Miss Diane will be taking names. Usually we have the veterans sign in, but this year they won't be touching anything. Okay. So Miss Diane will take their name just so we have a sign-in sheet from this year so we can look back and see what's going on.
Well, I think this is perfect.
And then they'll drive out the other side.
Bless your heart.
So,
well,
Mrs.
White, we appreciate you.
Oh, Oh, well,
We
thank
do.
you.
And I
Thank
know
you.
that you're a teacher and you've been doing that sort of thing for so long, and we appreciate all of
Well,
your
I've been
efforts.
retired now for a few years, but yes.
I don't think you ever retired, though. It doesn't sound to me like
No.
you're doing much retiring.
I'm busier now than ever.
Yeah, either that or you and I need to talk about what retiring means. I like the way you're doing it. That's what I like.
Thank you.
Well, bless your heart. We appreciate you. We appreciate you coming in, and I hope we just get you covered up.
I do too. Thank you very much for
How about
having
a
us.
phone number?
Oh, okay. 270-625-0235. That's my number. Also, you can look, we have a Facebook page, The Veterans Program on Facebook, or our website is www.ourveteransprogram.com. We have pictures from past programs, what this program is about. It gives us gives you details. So we hope to see a line of veterans on November 6th.
I'll tell you, I've been pretty excited about that. cashw@vci.net.
Yes, that is
the email address.
Well, we have a veterans email, and it's ourveteransprogram@gmail.com. So, but you can use the Cash W too.
Either one.
Right.
They're easy to deal with, I promise you. They just want you to be involved and get a T-shirt, and that's the main
We
thing.
want to honor our veterans, even if it's in this way this year.
Well,
So.
thank you, Miss Terri White. I'll tell you, she is a sweetheart, and that's where Ashley gets her blonde hair from. I'll tell her she can't claim that anymore. That's yours. But Mrs. White, we appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Honor the Fallen and Thank the Living. Stick around. We got a Caldwell County school system, and they're up next.
Carrie McGinnis.
Why do I think pink? I started thinking pink at the age of 37 when my doctor first found a lump and ordered a mammogram for me. It turned out to be nothing, thankfully, but when you're sent for a mammogram at 37, it can be a sobering awakening. I continued to be diligent in my annual mammograms at that time. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in May of 2018 at the age of 43. Talk about sobering. I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't need chemotherapy, just simply a partial mastectomy and radiation, period. I was also one of the lucky ones because I had access to 3D mammography here locally, and that saved me.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we urge you to think pink. Join the movement and help save lives. Think Pink coverage is brought to you in part by Parker Eye Care, Main Street Pharmacy, and by Logan's Roadhouse Steakhouse.
Local businesses have supported us in every regard. Now it's our turn to support them. Here's a way you can help.
There's never been a more important time than now to support local. When we say support local, we are referring to supporting our local business community, our local church families, our local clubs and organizations. There are many ways to show your support. Shopping locally first and foremost. Sharing positive messages about your efforts to support local. And yes, simply being kind, appreciative, and understanding of business owners, community leaders, friends, and neighbors who are working night and day to help our region have the greatest comeback of all time. This is Beth Mann with the Edge Media Group asking you, please support local.
The Edge Media Group encourages you to support local. Be sure to post what you're doing to show your support. #SupportLocal.
We at the Edge Media Group believe in the power of prayer. That's why we're asking you to pray for our community. It's simple. Just record yourself on your phone and email us your prayer. Give your name and record your prayer. We'll do the rest. Email your prayer to prayerswpky@gmail.com. We'll broadcast a community prayer on this station every day around 10 in the morning and 10 in the evening. Before our morning prayer at 10, we will ring bells as requested by Governor Andy Beshear. We will get through this together.
1580 103.3 WPKY, and of course, Coffee Talk. We've got some new faces in the house today. I like that. Well, maybe not some new faces, but some faces talking about things that they normally don't talk about in here. Maybe that's what we'd do. But we've got a couple of guys in here. Heath Cartwright and Tim Kennaday. How are ya?
Doing good. How you doing? Great.
Well, I'm doing good. It's a sunshiny day. My kids didn't have to get up to get on the school bus this morning, so it was a happy day. Now, Monday, however, Monday, well, they can be mad at your house, not mine. How about that? No, really and truly, I think my kids, for the first time, we were talking about this just the other day, my kids don't mind going back to school. They were actually excited to do it. So, Mr. Cartwright, tell us what you do.
Well, I'm the interim superintendent for Caldwell County Schools, and I've been doing that, I guess, since I think I started here in the district in August. And then I think I moved into this position in September. So,
but now you're not new to Caldwell County.
I am not new to Caldwell County, no ma'am. I went to school here through middle school, grew up here, all my family's from here, and over here all the time. We've got a little family farm, and so, yeah, I'm here a lot.
Well, I think that makes a difference, though, because I think when you understand a county and the people that live in it, I think that makes a big difference.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I think that there's people out there that are just caring people, and they're going to care for people no matter where they live. But I do think there's something to be said for having a little background, and if you don't know somebody in particular, you may have a connection with their family or some friends.
Oh, I think that's awesome. Of course, Mr. Tim Kennaday, what do you do?
I'm a member of the Board of Education here, and been on there for 20 years. I'm the chairman, have been the last couple of years, so that's always interesting. I mean, I've had a lot of ups and downs over 20 years, but we're glad to have Heath with us as our interim superintendent to get us through maybe all this COVID stuff and all this, are we going back or not? Are we doing this or not? I told him the other day, I said, he answered the phone, and I said, oh, this is this piece of crap superintendent again. He said, well, that's only the sixth time I've heard that today.
Well, you shouldn't have told him there was anything going on. Now, tell him about the pandemic. Just say, we need somebody. Do you want to?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, you married good, though. You got a nice wife.
I have a nice wife, yes.
So you did that right?
Oh, yes.
He's got that going for him.
That's the one thing I've done right in my life, yes.
Miss Brooke. Well, and I'll tell you, this is a challenging time. And I think it's a challenging time for parents and school officials, and I guarantee the board is caught somewhere in between, and you've got what the teachers need, what the parents need, and then there's something somewhere in between.
Yeah, but we always have to worry about what the kids need, and that's the main thing, what the kids want, what they need, and the best thing for them. That's how you make your decision. So
well, and now we're going, and I gotta ask. I've got a mom. I'm a mama of three. I've got a football player, a band member, and I've got a special needs kid. So I've got one in just about every area that you can think of. And why? What made us go from 2 days a week to 5 days a week?
Well, I think the main thing is that we know that we've got these great teachers in the classroom, and this is a great school district. And so I think that we have this disconnect right now where, especially when we were going straight virtual, where we've got these teachers that are trying to do the job that they've done for years and years, and it's just so hard to do that without having the kids in the building. Able to bring the kids in the building on what we call the hybrid schedule for a couple days a week, and it's been going exceptionally well. But while it goes exceptionally well on the 2 days that the kids are there, the best thing is for the kids to be there every day, because every day that the kid could be with the teachers and they're not, that's not the best instruction that they could have. And so we've watched this, week by week, day by day, hour by hour, and we've worked at the health department. We look at COVID cases in our community, but we also look at what other school districts are doing. And we've watched several school districts that have been going back, and they've been going back since mid-August, and some started in mid-September and so on. But we just felt like the time was right for us to try to do what we feel is best for the kids right now. Now, that said, I can't guarantee that we're going to be in school 5 days a week for the duration, but we do owe it to the kids and the community to try to get this sense of normalcy when it comes to school. We may have to back off and go back to a 2-day-a-week hybrid schedule. We may have to go straight virtual for a while, but everybody has been flexible. We're not always happy about being flexible, but everybody's been flexible throughout this time, and so I hope that if we have to make some changes, everybody can make those transitions.
Now, is it everybody going back, or is there still the option to keep your kid at home with NTI?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. There is still the option for families to keep their kids at home. And so depending on the school, we have a different percentage of kids that are going to continue to work from home.
Well, and some kids do really well that way. I've got one kid that really does well that way, and the other one, no, he needs a teacher. He needs that instruction, somebody to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, other than just mom.
Yeah, and it's and all the kids are different, and that's and family situations are different. So when it comes to what a student's learning environments like at home, what kind of support do they have? What kind of internet access do they have? So every situation is different, and that's why we wanted to keep that flexibility for families to be able to make a decision that they feel is right for them. And then knowing that the kids that do go back are with the people that they need to be with to get the best education, because there is nothing better than this teaching staff having the kids in front of them. But this is a tough time for the school staff, because this is a big change, because the schools have worked so hard to have all the protocols in place and they've really got it down pat. So I do feel for the school staff, because this is a big transition for them, but I know that their heart wants the kids. They want to have those kids in front of them and do the jobs that they love to do.
Well, and again, you don't know if it doesn't work or it does work until you try it.
There you go. I agree.
What about as far as parents go? I've heard a mixed bag. I know some of them are pretty excited because, internet, with us being largely rural in our area, there's a lot of places that just does not get it. We don't have any options. It's not that it is an option and we just don't want it. There's some places in Caldwell and quite a few of them, that you just can't.
Right. And that's where, we don't have a magic answer. We have worked at times where we've preloaded assignments onto Chromebooks and taken those to families. We've done paper pencil packets. So we try to work with the different situations and see what kind of instruction's taking place and how best to meet those needs. And we're still working on some options to provide some temporary internet access in different parts of the county through our school buses. We're working on getting some of our school buses equipped with some Wi-Fi so that we can take those to different parts of the county for different, periods of time. So we're getting closer and closer on that.
Now, see, that's creative. Where are those ideas coming from?
Necessity.
The mother of invention.
That's right. They just come from listening. And, when we talk to, the school staff and hey, what's working well and what are you struggling with? And, they've got these kids and families that, they want to do a good job, but this is just a barrier that some families can't overcome. So, there is, I'm going to tell you what, if you want to get a cell signal in my house, you walk to the laundry room. Now, raise your hand if you want to stay in the laundry room all day. I don't. Yeah.
I'm not going to expect my 13-year-old to want to do that either. So, but it's buckle down time for a lot of different families, and I know that it's been upside down and completely different in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and as we all just buy into this concept that we just got to do what's right for kids, and then every day evaluate and see what we can do to make it better. And at this time, we feel like this is what we need to do. We actually start the second quarter of school. The new 9 weeks starts next week, so we felt that was a good time. We felt that giving ourselves the week after fall break to continue to not have all the kids in the building was important, because it gave us a chance to work with the health department and watch the numbers. And we did have a little bit of a spike on the count within the county, positive cases earlier this week. And I mean, I'm on the phone, I'm talking to principals and I'm keeping the board members informed and like, hey guys, we may have to back off of this. But then as soon, it went up for a couple of days, but as soon as it did, it started to come back down, and now our numbers are back as good as they've been for a very long time. So like I said, we'll watch it week by week and day by day and hour by hour, and just hope everybody can be flexible to do what we need to.
Well, and welcome to winter because, snow doesn't exist because the pandemic's here, right?
That's right.
We've got that we're getting ready to go into. So how does transportation change? Does it change at all? Since you got more kids, it's more people on the bus.
Transportation, I guess let me take this opportunity to say if there's anybody out there that's interested in getting a CDL and working in the school district, we would love to have you. So please reach out to us if you'd be interested in doing that. We don't have extra bus drivers. We have exactly what we need, and so those are those things that could impact our ability to have school on a regular basis. That we just don't typically think about. We just think about the number of positive cases, or but sometimes it's as simple as, if we get down a handful of bus drivers, we're going to have to really rethink what we can do. So really, that's the biggest thing that we have. And to be honest with you, that's not necessarily a COVID issue. I mean, we've had that issue for a while, as I think every district in Kentucky has that same issue.
He shared with me that there was a couple of times that extracurricular trips, maybe a ball game or a volleyball match or something, that we almost didn't have a bus driver to drive them on a Saturday just because somebody wasn't available and we didn't have enough bus drivers. And we would hate for them not to get to go to something just because we don't have a bus driver.
I know that happened with my son with football, and we, the way we ended up putting out an all call that day and saying, look, if we can, let's get a bus driver. And that was basically how we did it that day. But you know what? If somebody's looking to maybe change or maybe they're retired for one thing, still looking to do something that's not, 60 hours a week, that could be an option.
Right, and we provide the training, and we schedule that around their. We work with them on their schedules to try to work around jobs that they have and things like that. So, in all sincerity, we would love to have some people that may just be interested and want to talk with us, and we'd be happy to talk with them about, if they got their CDL, would they be obligated to drive every day? So we talk to them about all that and be as flexible as they need to be, just to give us the option to be able to keep our kids in school and to be able to go where they need to go. Also, we need substitute teachers. So if there's anybody out there that has a couple of years of college and has thought about doing something like that, please reach out to us. Again, we'll work with you and talk with you about what being a substitute teacher would entail, and love to have you join us.
Well, I'll tell you, it sounds like that, we're kind of open to a lot of different things, and we're needing some people to fill in some positions. So now, you know what I would say to all of those people who have those 1 million ideas, now's the time. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's go. We need, we need some bus drivers. We need some substitute teachers, and we can do that.
And we're open to those million ideas. So anybody who's got those ideas, please reach out to me. I'd love to hear them.
Well, tell them how to get a hold of you.
270-365-8000 is the number to the board office, and I'm there. If I'm not out of the schools, I'm there. So if you're driving by and stop by, if I'm not available to talk with you right then, just leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you. And I'd love to hear the perspectives and input and suggestions from people in the community.
I'd like to personally make a nomination that Will Brown do every one call. I mean, he is a Superman that is like the king of the one call.
Well, he does have the voice for the one call, just as I've been told I have the face for radio. So,
although, see, I used to say that all the time, and then we got video. So now, I mean, you might as well smile.
Well, for me, it would just confirm that. So,
I appreciate you coming in, and it's one of those that you seem to have a good attitude about it, and I think that makes a huge difference going into it. Is just saying, look, this is what we're going to try, and we hope that it works. If it doesn't, we'll make adjustments.
That's right.
Can I say a couple things about the superintendent search? We started the process probably 2 months ago when we were after Mr. Huggins retired, when we hired Heath as our interim. And we talked about hiring KSBA as our superintendent search, and we did that our last board meeting. We had our first meeting of the night with Mr. Quinn Sutton, who is facilitating for KSBA, and we're starting to take applications for superintendent. It started probably Wednesday or Thursday of this week. It'll go through November 30th, and during that time, we'll develop the screening committee. There's a board member, there's a parent. There's a couple of certifieds. There's one classified, and then maybe a minority if we have to have a minority. After that, we'll get back with the screening committee probably about the 1st of December, and we'll talk to them about what we want as a board, how many we want, how many names, and then they'll start a process of calling and interviewing and checking references. And we won't get back together with them till about the end of January, and then they're going to give us their recommendations of who we should look at, and then it becomes the board. And the screening committee doesn't have any kind of authority to hire anybody. It's all on the board. And our timeline would be probably the middle of the end of February to hire that superintendent. But I told them the other night we don't want to hurry if we have to take our time over that. And I just wanted to mention that to everyone. That's the process. It's going to be a slow, lengthy process. You'll hear some things are going on, but you may not hear that there's a lot going on, but they may be. So I just wanted to share it with everybody because I've already had some questions. What are we doing about superintendent? We're going to keep Heath. We don't, we don't know right now. I mean, the applications will be November 30th, so that's a while off. And I told them one night our next meeting December 3rd, and I said, you think that's a long time off? But it's going to be here real quick too. So that's where we're at on that superintendent search.
Well, and again, now, do the application process for like the transportation and that sort of thing, does that go through you at the board, or do they need to direct that toward Mr.
No,
Cartwright?
that's all through the central office. The only thing the Board of Education does, we hire the superintendent. And, we hire our board secretary and our treasurer and our auditor and our attorney. But other than that, anything that deals with employment is through the central office and the superintendent's office. We don't have anything to do with that. Thank goodness.
I started to say, I would, hello. What about food? I didn't ask you about food and food service.
Well, we have some, we still provide meals for those that, that are on a hybrid schedule. Now, with us going to the 5-day-a-week schedule, I know that our food service director, Will Brown, I think one of the things that he's real excited about it is he knows that the kids are going to get fed. And, right now there's always that concern about, the kids that aren't in school, are they participating in the lunch program? And so I think that having the kids in school, we're going to have a lot more of our kids having that regular school-provided meal at least. And so, we think that's a good thing, too.
Well, eyeballs on them will make a huge difference.
That's right.
Well, we're getting ready to go into the holiday season. I know the Hope and Cope is very active in helping out, especially during the Thanksgiving and Christmas seasons as well. I know a lot of those programs are starting up. But I also know that extracurriculars have, that's been going on for a while. So where are we on that? Are we continuing?
We are, yeah. Now, I mean, again, we continue to watch things and if there's
we've had to cancel a couple of football games.
No.
Yeah. So that's on him.
Well, now let me say.
Now, whose fault? Who do I blame?
Let me say, we didn't really cancel that football game. The other school needed us to make a commitment early in the week if we were going to come because they had an opportunity to play somebody else in case we couldn't. And in about a 2-hour window of time, I just didn't feel comfortable saying on a Tuesday, hey, we're going to be there on Friday because we didn't even know what the COVID situation was amongst their team. And so that's why they had to move on.
I just want to bring that up that he stirred the pot, not me.
I want to say a couple more things. He talked about our teachers and our staff and how the job they've done, and that's true. They've been really out of their box doing a lot of things. We've had to do a lot of things differently. I just want to send my thanks to the parents and the grandparents because it's hard if you're a parent working or a grandparent and you're taking care of a kid and you're trying to do work with them and you've worked all day and you're coming home. I mean, I'd hate to think about it if it had been 10 years ago and I'd have been doing that. My wife and I, we'd have been in trouble. And I just want to, send out my thanks to all of them. And then, of course, I'm a mail carrier. I'm out on the streets about every day and I see kids up and down the street and if you'd ask every kid last year, do you like school? Do you want to be in school? They'd have probably said, no, I don't want to go to school. I'd rather be at home. Now I ask them and they say, oh, I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to go to school.
I'm going to tell you, I was messing with my 14-year-old the other day, and I said, so now you got to go back to school. I was picking on him like, oh, he's going to get mad about that. No, he was like looking forward to it. It ruined my fun. But I will say, when the kids go by on the buses, big smiles on the faces. I think that they need it.
Yeah.
To just kind of see each other.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Mask policy going to be in place again?
Yes, ma'am. So, we'll continue to wear masks and we'll socially distance as best we can. We can't necessarily be 6 feet all the time, but we'll socially distance as best we can. And, we'll continue to work with the health department and our nurses, check things out every day and make sure that the decision that we have is the decision that we need to stay with. And so, while parents have had to deal with daycare situations, what do we do with these kiddos when we're, so I do think that going back to school with some normalcy is really going to help them. I do want to just remind that, as much as I hate to say it, we may have to adjust again. We may have to make another change at some point. But I do feel like that we owe it to the kids in the community to try to do what we can for them.
In other words, stay loose. It's what it sounds like.
As everyone has since March.
Well, we appreciate you very much. And I'm glad that both of you come in today. And, of course, Tim Kennaday and is it Kennaday or Kennaday?
It's Kennaday.
I'll just publicly ask you because, I guarantee I'm going to say it the other way every time. So I apologize ahead of time. But Heath Cartwright, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.
And our acting superintendent for Caldwell County Schools. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's right. I've been Caldwell.
Because if not, I'll say it wrong too. But we appreciate you. Of course, we've got the big S word in the forecast is what they're starting to talk about, the snow word. All of that is, since we're going into winter, that's pretty well, none of those things have changed.
No, ma'am.
Of course, the one calls will go out and they'll let us know.
Right.
We'll have it first thing in the morning, and
That's right.
make sure you check our website.
That's right. We'll do everything we can to get the word out to the community, and we know the radio station's a big part of that.
Well, thank you. Y'all have a great one. I guess we'll see you back at school on Monday, and I appreciate the time off at home while you take my kids. How about that? I appreciate a little vacation over there. Caldwell County schools are going back on Monday. Don't forget about it.
You're listening to the voice of Caldwell County, 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton, an Edge Media Group station.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Instead of a debate, we got separate TV events with President Trump and Joe Biden last night. Biden says about his plans for the economy in a town hall moderated by ABC News' George Stephanopoulos.
The GDP will grow by $1 trillion more than it would under Trump and 7 million more jobs than under Trump.
The president tells Savannah Guthrie of NBC News we're bouncing back from coronavirus shutdowns.
We had the strongest economy in the world. We closed it up. We are coming around the corner. The vaccines are coming out soon, and our economy is strong.
The candidates are scheduled to debate next Thursday in Nashville. More Americans this year are first-time gun owners.
Some 5 million people in the first 7 months of 2020 alone. Overall, the FBI reports nearly 29 million background checks for firearm purchases, already besting last year's record of 28.4 million.
Fox's Rob Dawson. America's listening to Fox News.
Before your next flooring job, make Lowe's your first stop. See the latest styles in our new flooring showroom. We carry more tile, more vinyl, more laminate and hardwood than ever before. Whatever you need, we have the job lot quantities you expect at bulk pricing to save you money. Shop in store or online at lowesforpros.com. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Our pro team can help you get the job done right and on time. It's just one more reason why Lowe's is the new home for pros. U.S. only.
Malcolm Gladwell, podcaster, bestseller, philosophizer.
Kevin Hart, comedian, author, motivator.
Both of us on the new Audible.
Audible's got everything. Podcasts.
Got them.
Audiobooks.
Got them.
Original series.
Got them.
All in one place.
Wait a minute. Is an app a place?
Not in a literal sense, but you can literally download the Audible app to get started.
That is figuratively mind-blowing.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Health First Community Health Center.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. We're going to see sunshine today and cooler conditions with the high only getting up to 61 degrees, but we will start to warm up once we get into the weekend. Overnight, a frost advisory is in effect for the area. Otherwise, we're going to see a mostly clear sky, temperature dipping to just above the freezing mark, a low of 34. Then tomorrow, sunshine, high of 67, and Sunday, a small chance of some afternoon showers. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, high around 68. But again today, sunshine, warming up to 61 degrees, and a frost advisory is in effect for the area overnight.
I'm telling you, it's a barn.
No, it's a market. They sell local produce.
You're both wrong. It's a nursery. They sell all types of plants.
None of you are even close. They are a cafe. They sell baked goods, pizzas, subs, and more.
The Country Barn, Garden, and Farm Market in Fairview next to the Jefferson Davis Monument is different things to different people. All this week, you'll have a chance to bid on $150 gift cards. There'll be 2 auctions each weekday, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Go to WPKYonline.com.